Good day, everyone. In a survey that was recently done, South Africa came last out of 50 countries with regards to how competition friendly we are in our economy. And this basically reflects on business and why people struggle to do business in South Africa. Now, I will give you a link to this article in the description below this video as well as in the first comment, so you can go look at the article. And there is a table that lays out this measurement scale from 0 to 3, which actually shows how bad these countries are when it comes to competition. Now, competition, I believe, is a good thing. An open market is a good thing. And the South African government has clearly shown that it doesn't like competition. So many things looked into this. There were many factors considered. But just next to South Africa is China, then Turkey, then Brazil, Indonesia, Costa Rica, Luxembourg, Colombia, Mexico, Japan. The most open country when it comes to competition was Sweden. And then Lithuania, Ireland, the United Kingdom, Estonia, and various other countries, Netherlands, Finland, and so on. And so it starts at below 1, at about 0.8 for Sweden, and South Africa finds itself at 2.8. So look at the graph, click on the link and see it for yourself, okay? Now, I'm not saying that the organization that actually conducted the survey has used factors that you might agree with or anything like that. But it does speak to the South African economy. And I want to tie that in with Pan-Africanism because this is very important. There's countries in Africa, our president, Julius Malema, many other people that are talking about a Pan-African United States. Something that a lot of people believe should happen. There's many people around the world that wants Africa to become one country with many states. And that idea is gaining strength. Just recently, 3 South African countries, northern African countries, actually to the west of Africa, signed an agreement where they are becoming like a union in the way they do things. Now, we already have the SADC regions and many other things like that. But there's a lot of impetus being put into this idea that Africa should become a country on its own, like the United States of America, like Russia, like China, etc. Now, I can't see practically how this would work. But I just want to look at South Africa in the bigger picture of this, because the one video I saw that was created by AI that promotes this has President Cyril Ramaphosa in the picture with regards to the thumbnail. And South Africa is not even spoken of anywhere in this video at all. So I find that disingenuous. That South Africa would have to actually be part of the driving of something like that, and that tells you a big story about Africa and problems within Africa when it comes to economic growth, understanding an economy, understanding that you're not living in an isolated world, and many African leaders in their countries saying, stuff the West, we don't want the influence, we want to mine our own minerals, we want to do our own thing. And I have one big piece of advice for people that think this way. I worked in the nuclear industry, and let me tell you something. The parts that you need for various components, if you can't build it yourself, you are dependent on other countries. End of story. Now, whoever you depend on can control you because they can withhold these things. If you look at mining, if you just look at the mining machinery, if you can't build it in your own country and maintain it in your own country, make the spare parts in your own country, you're not going to mine for long at all. So that is the reality. And the one thing I want to see more than anything is for South Africa to be completely self-reliant, independent, and then on that basis and on that footing, then work with the rest of the world, trade with the rest of the world, because we do not live in isolation. But you need to be able to trade from a position of strength. This is super important because at the moment we are at the begging bowl of the rest of the world. And I've seen us at the begging bowl even within the nuclear industry, and there's always big money involved. So our government has to spend lots and lots of money because we're not in a position of strength. and neither are any of these African countries. All they have is the minerals that other countries want and need for their survival. Lots of it in large quantities and concentrations, which makes it easier and cheaper to mine and refine. And this is something that many people miss out on. Many people will say, oh no, we don't need African minerals, we can find it in our own countries. Yes, how much is it going to cost you? So the one thing people need to understand, if you cannot negotiate from a position of strength, from a strong economic position, a strong citizenry position, then you are a beggar in the world. And the big kahunas in the world, the people with the big armies, the big militaries, will dictate to you. And the US is one of those countries. China might come to Africa and show that they want to help, etc. But when it comes to the chase, China is helping themselves. Make no mistake, they wouldn't do anything in Africa if it wasn't for their own gain. And they are gaining big time from this continent. So is the Anglo-American bloc, the US and Britain, and many other places around the world. So at the end of the day, you need to become self-reliant. If you cannot produce, invent, manufacture all the things that you want for yourself and look after it, you will fail. You are nothing and you are a beggar. And this is something people need to realize. And this is why I've said, in South Africa, if we want to become something, we need to have people with the ability outside of government to manufacture, invent, create, build. And at the moment, it has been broken down because of the fourth industrial revolution. The very people in the GNU are enacting laws and many other things that's going to take away those capabilities. These people aren't looking after the craftsmen, the people that can use their skills to manufacture, create, and build. And this is why it's not happening in South Africa. Think about that. Think about that the next time you vote. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not yet, so that you can understand the bigger picture of what's happening in the world. And look forward to next week, Wednesday, when we'll be doing our interactive members Zoom meeting, which will then later be loaded onto YouTube. We had an awesome members live chat last night, lots of interesting questions, and do consider becoming a member on this channel. You can just go to join and then look at the different membership levels and join us in our membership section. Till the next video.